What up, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing day. If you're not feeling funky, I hope you start feeling funky now. It is about to be 2026, and I wanted to go over everything that I really enjoyed as far as my tech and home purchases for 2025. And I mean every single thing that I'm about to show you, I thoroughly enjoyed using. Now, some things you might already know, like the iPhone 17 or the S25 Ultra, but there are some things that you don't know about and maybe you need to know about. Like starting off with the fact that I actually redid this office and even moved down here in the first place. It would be easier for me to just sit here and hold this camera and do this, but let's sit down a little bit so we can get real in depth. We're gonna pick the camera back up though, I promise. All right, so 2025 has been a crazy year. However, we have been able to get a lot of really cool tech pieces this year. Let me get two of the basic things out of the way right now. The iPhone 17 Pro, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen my video on it. If not, you should watch it. I have had this for about 3 weeks now. I got it after release date because I wasn't really in a hurry to upgrade phones. Two questions that people ask: why did I buy it, and is it worth it? I bought it only for one reason, and that would be the back cameras and the front camera. So cameras in general. If I had to be completely honest right here, right now, I do believe that this phone was worth the upgrade specifically for the cameras. These are night and day from my 15 Pro Max. And I know most people will say they're pretty on par, they're pretty close together. And that is true. They're not too much of a difference for people who aren't looking for the difference. Wait a minute, before we continue the video, I need you to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. All right, let's move on. Wait, you didn't do it yet. I'll wait. All right, let's get back into the video. The front camera specifically, night and day. It looks so much better, so much cleaner, so much cleaner. Also, the rear cameras, I can tell that they are better. I don't know, it's like they handle shadows and light better. But anyway, those are the reasons why I upgraded, and I really do enjoy it. As far as the battery going from a Max to a Pro, maybe I see a little bit less battery life. Realistically, I never got great battery life out of any iPhone, so I'm not gonna be the person to be like, my phone lasts all day. It doesn't. So then we got the big boy. This is my S25 Ultra in this absolutely disgusting looking orange. I don't know why I have this case on. I bought it trying to see if I wanted to get the orange iPhone, and I hated it immediately. This is the worst color I've ever had. All right, my S25 Ultra. Now, I have had this since release date. Since it came out, I have had this phone, and this has been my best phone of 2025. In fact, this phone is absolutely everything, and I do mean everything that I've ever wanted in a phone. Now, I make it seem like it's like my girlfriend or something, and that's kind of crazy. First of all, married. Second of all, don't have a girlfriend. Third of all, this phone is it would be the equivalent. Now, as far as the camera, you guys haven't seen my previous content, but I actually did make a camera change. I usually was filming with the Sony a7 IV. I ended up selling my a7 IV, and I got the Lumix S9. Now, this would be what some people would consider a downgrade in cameras, especially moving from the Sony system that has a whole bunch of lenses that I had, and moving to the Lumix system that now doesn't have very many options. It's a smaller camera, a cheaper camera, but as you can see, the footage still looks really good. Now, the biggest question I get is, why did I do that? Well, literally, it's just because this camera is so freaking small and you have so many features packed into it, like 6K open gate, which is just a camera thing, basically meaning I can get the whole sensor instead of a partial sensor with the a7 IV. And I like it. I use it on my vertical content all the time, so it made sense for me. Plus, I made this camera look very cool, and I like cool looking cameras. I don't necessarily need what everybody's using. I like using unique things. Then we got to talk about the elephant in the room. I am in a different room than I was before. I had my office in a different part of my house, and it was a bigger room. However, I didn't necessarily like it there. I got it where I want it now. This is exactly where I wanted it. Now, I did a whole office reno. I got rid of everything that was in my previous office, and I changed my office completely. I got the IKEA setup, the typical IKEA setup with the Alex drawers and then the tabletop. This was mainly because I wanted a very, very long desk. At some point, I will probably get some adjusting desk legs, but right now it's not my biggest concern. The reason I wanted a long desk is because I wanted a work center and I wanted a filming center where I could do top-down shots. and it looks good. And I currently have that set up. Now, one of the things I did that was a great idea was instead of getting a typical bookshelf, I got a record holder and I'm using it as a bookshelf. It gives it a little bit more style in the office. Plus, when I actually get a record player, I'm going to put it there, and it all works out. And I'm not done with my office, but right now it has a very, very good aesthetic that I like, and I'm kind of building off of it. I want it to be real earthy and homey, and it's getting there. Now, as far as my camera bags, I actually use this to put anything tech into. I have been using the K&F Concept camera bag. I like it because it's very stylish. It can hold a tripod at the bottom, which if you're doing content creation, you kind of need. It has the camera slots inside of it where you can put your camera and your lenses. It has zippers on both the front, back, inside. It has zippers everywhere for storage where you can store batteries, charging cables, blocks. You can store phones. You can store anything you want to in here. You have room, and it still looks pretty good, honestly. I still like it. It was a really cool pickup for me, and it wasn't too expensive. Now, one thing that my wife bought me that I actually really love is this. Now this, it looks like a lens, right? It's not a lens at all. It's a cup. It's a cup. I don't know why this is so interesting to me, but this is one of my favorite things in my office, and I put it on my desk because it looks really cool. We also want to look good when we have functionality. So I have a cup that looks like a lens. I'm into cameras. This was the best gift I got all year. I just want to tell her thank you. Now, secondly, I have this clock on my desk that is all words. I don't know why I like this so much. No, it is not accurate down to the second. However, it's within 5 minutes. And I think this actually increased the looks of my desk tremendously. I loved it a lot. Now, as far as my laptop setup, I am still using the M3 Pro MacBook Pro. I love this MacBook because it does everything for me, and I don't have a real reason to upgrade as of right now. I do everything from video editing to productivity work to running a business, and it literally has never been a problem. So as far as the need to upgrade, I don't have that. Now, I also am using the Logitech Master 3S. Yeah, this mouse is really good, but I do plan on upgrading to the 4S really quickly, or really soon, honestly, probably before 2026. So I would put that on my list. I'm also using the MX Master mechanical board. This is so much better than the flatter board that I had before. I still have that board, but yeah, I like the mechanical keyboard a little bit better. And it's not super loud, but you still get that textile feel that a lot of people love. I also love it. That's why I got it. For the tech on my body right now, I have been using this Oura Ring, which was also a gift, but I've been using this to track my stress levels and my sleep patterns. And that has been a huge help because you don't really know what you sleep through. Like, I've had moments where it showed I woke up and I wouldn't have ever known I woke up. And it tells me that my next day readiness is this certain score, or if I need naps throughout the day. I don't typically take them, but at least I want to know what I am. Like, I want to know how good I slept the day before. As far as my physical trackers, I do have the Samsung Galaxy Watch 8. I'll be honest, I like the watch. However, it has not been the most easy to use. For a long time, I wasn't getting all the notifications from my phone, and I still don't get all of them. I don't like that at all, especially when I'm used to using the Apple Watch, where all you have to do is put it on and it works exactly like your phone. This isn't doing that, and I've noticed that there have been some times where the steps have been a little bit off. I don't look for pinpoint accuracy, so I'm not going to be a stickler on that because I really wanted it to track my runs, and it does do that. Now, when it comes down to music, I love music a lot, and I like my music to fill my room. I do have earbuds, or these are like the ones that hook your ear. I have these, but I don't use these in the house. What I actually use in the house is my Samsung speaker. This speaker was actually like $600 to $700, brand new, and I caught it on a huge discount to where I caught it for like 250 bucks. Is it the most pretty thing in the world? No, but if you can see where I put it in the corner, it blends in perfectly, and it actually works. Like, it is very loud. It is very clean sounding. I love it, and I use it to listen to music so I can focus. I love that. So not only have I been into photo books, but I've been into photography myself, and I've been trying to develop as a photographer, but I have been wanting to get some examples. This is my favorite one of the year. It's called Black Archives, and it basically just shows you different pictures. I hope you guys can see that. It's basically a photo book that celebrates Black life, and it shows the positive side of Black culture, and I am all for that. Now, if you don't know who Evan Ramp is, this is his photography book. And it's basically like very, very creative street photography, and it looks absolutely amazing. I'm a big supporter of his. And lastly, I have my Infinity Gauntlet that I got for Legos. I've had this for such a long time now, and I still have not put this together. I am going to do that before 2026. I'm gonna put this together because I really want this on my desk. And I am a huge Marvel fan, huge. And I want to start having a little bit more collectibles and things like that. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet, but I am a huge Marvel fan. And this was just a must purchase for me. I'm surprised I haven't put it together yet, but yeah, I am going to do that soon. I hope that 2025 was good for you, and if it wasn't, I hope that 2026 will be much better. We are all looking forward to 2026 being a good year for us, and I hope that we can do that together. If you don't mind, click that like button and that subscribe button, and stick with me. I'll show you some more stuff later on. Hope you guys have a great year. Peace.